Hello and welcome to another episode of the Athletic Show.
What's up, guys?
What
I
was
can't.
wrong with
I can't.
that?
Just the way you say hello. I don't know. It's just weird.
Well, why do you want me to say it like you? Hello.
Okay. Anyway, today we are going to dive deeper into some questions that you guys have asked us in relation to nutrition and training in particular. So we're going to kind of go on that. If you guys haven't been aware already, we do a really, really solid nutrition program here. Our nutrition program is awesome. I just feel like, you know, if you haven't seen the testimonials, you should see the testimonials. Like, people have really transformed their lives, like themselves. It's really cool. Like, for us to experience that with people, I don't even know how to express it. Like, it's just such an incredible journey. So, but all that to say, nutrition is 90%. People say that it's 80. For me, it's 90%. And a lot of the time, we honestly just don't give enough attention and effort and consistency and commitment to the nutrition. And, you know, one thing,
Discipline.
and discipline, yeah, all of it, right? So I kind of want to start with just like, I want to start by sharing probably my biggest success first. And then maybe you can share one of yours, and then we'll dive deeper into the questions that we have. And we'll keep this pretty short, but one of my biggest successes is a girl that came in and she started with me at 305. This week she weighed in at 246. So we are literally a pound away from 60 pounds this year, like in 6 months. Insane. Like, that is like insane results. And when she came in, you know, asked her about her nutrition, and, you know, we had to iron out a lot of things. And just like through finding that consistency and through finding her rhythm and her patterns and unbreaking some of these things that she was doing, she's seen epic results. And I will tell you that it's not always been like, oh yeah, we're just losing 3 pounds every week, 5 pounds every week. It hasn't been like that. At the start, we did lose like 5 pounds a week, 4 pounds the next week, 3 pounds the next week, another 5, and then it started getting less and less, to the point where the last couple of weeks she's only lost like 1 pound. And I say that because, you know, when you're on a journey, whether it's weight loss, whether it's weight gain, doesn't matter what it is, it's always going to be different each week, because you're different every week. You're constantly changing. Like, the makeup of your body is changing every second of the day. And so she's been incredible with like just staying on track, and she knows who she is, and I hope she's listening to this. I'm just incredibly proud of her. Everyone that sees her is just like wowed by it. It's so freaking cool. So yeah, that's been probably my biggest success this year. I have had a lot of other ones, but I definitely want to share that win. What do you got?
That's so good. I have so many, but like just not even like going.
I'm sorry. She has
No,
so many.
like I'm not. I didn't mean it like that. Like, I'm thinking of so many different people because
Celebrity nutrition expert Ari.
It came out the wrong way. I meant I don't want to isolate like one in terms of.
What I'm asking you to.
I understand that, but let me explain what I'm trying to get at. So I think like looking at a whole, like just across the board, it's the people learning like that certain foods matter, and seeing how having like whole clean foods and being consistent with that like takes the scale down, but also like what it's doing to their bodies, like on the inside, like the bloat and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to bring more attention to that. I didn't mean it in an arrogant way, but I want to bring attention to like people feeling better and going, hey, I don't have this low belly bloat anymore.
Yeah.
Because I do work with, I have a lot of female clients. It's okay to say, right?
I mean, women clients. I don't know. Whatever you want to call yourself.
Okay, well, I'm saying like hormones, right? I go into more hormonal stuff, and
I said it. Yep.
Oh boy, this is controversial.
You're welcome.
But like hormones and like getting rid of the low belly bloat.
Basically,
like,
she's telling you about the little baby pudge that you got there.
Yeah, but I'm just bringing more attention to that. I think like a success from this year, it's people feeling better in like that low belly region.
Yeah, it is pretty discouraging, especially for most women. Well, I will say though, there is a point though where you do need a little bit of excess. I'm not going to say in extreme, but a little bit more, I guess, like cushion, because especially if you are younger and maybe you will have a baby, you do have to protect that area. But, you know, everyone is different, and that's the biggest key, right? Everyone is different, therefore nutrition should be different for everybody. Yes. But we are going to kind of like give you guys a little bit, I guess, like a tool or like maybe a blueprint for you to use in today's. I really think that we can actually help people a lot with their nutrition and give you guys an idea of what it would look like for yourself. And I'm going to give you something that I give very few people, but I really do want to help you guys out with your own nutrition. Even if this is something that you start on your own, you don't necessarily need to do anything else with it, but maybe just, walk your own path. But we're going to kind of kick on. And the very first question that we do have is on-the-go snacks. On-the-go snacks. Ari, what is your take on snacks?
Oh, I'm not a fan of snacks. It's unnecessary. If you're getting enough, like if your meals are enough, you don't need a snack, and it actually allows for you to digest and like let your metabolism do what it's meant to do. So I'm not the greatest fan of snacking because snacking also can lead to binging. So I would say focus on your meals, like make them solid. Your meal should be solid enough that it carries you for the next 4 to 6 hours, and then you have another meal. And like, granted, yeah, there's some times where you just need to grab something, or if you're on the go, having a healthier like go-to option. I like to go for like raw nuts. Just easy. It's fast.
I like fruit.
Fruit.
Yeah. I think definitely fruit and nuts are definitely a good on-the-go snack. But here's the thing. The words are on the go. I think that you got to look more at your planning and preparing rather than trying to find a quick fix. That's like a quick fix option for you. So anyone that's looking for a quick fix option where you can do an on the go or a quick fix or a fast, right? This is why it's called fast food, right? Because it's an on the go concept. This is why they have drive-through. If you guys can honestly start to veer away from that, it will change your life, right? Oh my gosh, like it will change your life. If you were to avoid this idea, and this is an idea because you've been conditioned to believe that you need an on the go. You've been conditioned to believe that food should be fast. It should not be slow and actually enjoy it, So you have to kind of change a little bit of your mentality around that.
But that makes me so angry because I grew up like no one teaches you this stuff, Like had I learned this, I probably would have avoided being 40 pounds heavier than what I am now.
Yeah.
Because I used to snack like crazy. And
really?
like when I when I say snack, like I'd go for it. Like give me like a bag of chips and I'd eat the whole bag of chips.
That's wild.
By myself, watching the Titanic.
I will say though, as an athlete, when I was playing professionally, I didn't eat, I ate main meals. My biggest focus was main meals. The only thing that I guess I snacked on, if you want to call it that, is as soon as I finished a training session, I had a protein shake. That's a snack. Because it was snacks are basically anything that's considered under, I would say 200 to 250 calories.
I'm sorry, but no one's going to see a protein shake as a snack.
Well, they should.
Well, yeah, but they're not going to. Like a snack, like
I don't fall into the category of
no, you don't. You also were a professional athlete, but which is freaking cool because you saved you took care of your body at such a young age, and look at how that's paid off for you, and in your mid 30s now. It's cool. I am on the complete opposite. Yes, I played sport, but I was like, oh, I play sport, I'm active. Let me eat the biggest plate possible and go for seconds, and let me have every snack. And it's that time of the month, therefore I need this.
Yeah. So, I mean, your question was what are the best on-the-go snacks? That answer probably you might not be happy with, but too bad. Too bad, too sad. I don't know what to tell you. All right, nutrition for weight gain, okay?
That's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It is fun, but it's not fun because you kind of do get fluffy.
But no, not necessarily, because if you do it properly, you can gain muscle and weight gain. But I think this is something
I don't know.
No, but I think this is something that you've done it, right?
Yeah.
When you wanted to put muscle on, remember how it was it's so hard. I have to eat so much, and it was hard for you.
Yeah, look, I did. I actually went to try to gain 10 pounds. It really just takes a long time. If you want to do it right, it takes a long time. You have to be really, really dedicated. I mean, you have to be looking at a year, maybe even longer, of solid weight gain that is not going to be messy weight. The bulking thing is so overrated. It's just ridiculous. Everyone's in their bulking phase, right? This is the thing, so many people are oh, I want to bulk. And then that turned into a joke, right? You see someone that's kind of like a little bit heavier and they're like, oh, I'm just in the bulking season, ha ha ha. And I'm like, literally,
The winter coat.
the winter coat is not a bulking season. That is you being stupid. So, anyways.
What she means. Jeez. Come on.
Anyways.
Can you tell that she just is really passionate?
I'm really passionate about not
taking
bulking.
care of your body.
Yeah, seriously. Anyways, moving on. Like, nutrition for weight gain is this, okay? And here's the formula. You're going to get however much you weigh, and then you're going to times that number by 10 if you're a female, by 12 if you're a male. So if you weigh, let's say you weigh 150 calories, 150 meals. Damn it. If you weigh 150 grams, oh my gosh. 100, I'm like trying to think of this.
If you weigh 150 pounds.
You're going to times
kilos.
that. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to like, your conversion's stupid. Anyways.
That wasn't, no. Don't play the conversions. You said.
Anyways, 150
calories.
pounds times 10 is 1,500 calories, right? You're a female and you're not trying to gain, you're not trying to lose, you're just trying to stay the same. You will then eat 1,500 calories a day and you'll stay there. If you are trying to lose weight, you are going to subtract anywhere between 2 and 500. 200 if you're trying to be a bit more conservative, 500 if you're trying to be a bit more extreme. Somewhere in the middle usually works for a lot of people, like 350. If you're a male and you times that number by, maybe you are 180 pounds, you times that number by 12. That'll give you your number, which I think is like 2,000 calories. You'll eat that amount. But let's say you're trying to gain weight, you're going to add anywhere between, again, same number, between 200 or 500 calories, and you'll eat that amount per day. So I hope that kind of makes sense. Now, everybody knows that there is a million apps out there. MyFitnessPal is a great one. We use it for a lot of our clients. You just input your numbers. I'm going to eat 2,200 calories because I'm trying to gain weight. And then it's going to give you your macros. If you don't know what macros are, it's your carbs, your fats, your protein. Your carbs and your proteins should always be the higher number of all three. Unless you're a keto weirdo, then you can stop listening to this podcast. Everyone else, you're going to continue listening because you're not a keto eater. That should be a thing. Keto eater. Oh, boy.
What is wrong with you? We're going to get canceled. I'm a keto eater. What are you?
A carbo. Oh.
I'm a proteino.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways. Wow, we just got lame.
We should probably edit that part.
We're not going to edit it. That was great. Anyways,
Continue
moving on. If you are looking at that, so you're going to go, the rule of thumb, the absolute rule of thumb is 40% carbs, 30% protein, 30% fat. That's like the starting. If you want to be a little bit more conservative, you might drop your carbs and increase your protein. So you'll go 35 carbs, 35 protein, 30 fat. That is going to help you kind of understand where's a good place for you to start. And then you start playing around with it as you get results. So let's say you've done your first 6-week block of your new eating plan, you're on track, you're consistent, you're seeing results, you're like, okay, now I'm starting to plateau. Everyone hits a plateau. Then you need to make an adjustment either to your calories or to your macros. So is there anything you want to add to any of that?
Nah, you kind of hit it on the money.
Great. So that's for nutrition for weight gain. Okay, please make sure that you are not overeating, but you're also not undereating because both of them lead to the exact same results. Go.
If you are trying to like go weight gain, like still eat clean. Mm-hmm. You're just gonna eat more quantity of it, but don't go and it's like, oh well, I'm trying to gain weight, so I'm gonna go and have pizza and all this stuff. That's gonna gain unnecessary weight that you probably don't want. So still keep it on the clean, but yeah.
Okay. All right, so I hope that's helpful for you guys. Again, one of the biggest components of nutrition is honestly making sure that you take care of your insides, right? Like your gut. So gut health is a big thing. It's becoming more and more apparent for people. Reason for that is because all of our hormones are produced and made in the gut. So then obviously that's going to tell you a lot. So for someone that carries majority of their weight in their belly, unfortunately for you, your hormones are probably way more out of whack because you're carrying all of this excess weight in the area that hormones are produced. So I'm sure you can understand that. So it is important for you to actually take action, do something about it, right?
And if you guys want a good food to like supplement into your everyday, I love recommending sauerkraut. It's probiotic, So, and the serving size is very small. They have different like flavors of them. Wild Brine is my personal favorite brand I like to have. But incorporating that into your diet does great things for you. It's fermented cabbage. You can also do kimchi.
Yeah. So both of those are good. I personally do a probiotic anyway. So, I mean, supplements, yeah. Like, I mean, supplements are really important.
But making sure that you get quality supplements. Like, if you're going to Costco and buying bulk for $9.99, chances are they're not going to be good. Like, quality matters.
I mean, cheap products equal cheap results.
That's in anything, though. Like, cheap meat, cheap grocery.
Cheap nutritionist.
It really matters. So, well, oh my gosh, I can't with you today.
Anyways, so basically, you get what you pay for.
Exactly. So it does, like, depending on how much it matters. Like, yes, if you have a budget, all those things, take it in mind. But there are some certain things that, like, be willing to make the investment in it because the quality does matter.
And it's your personal growth, it's your personal development.
Like, well, it's your body. You only get one.
Yeah. And I mean, everyone is like, I just feel like everyone doesn't understand it. And look, you're not
again,
always.
We're not like they don't tell you these things.
Yeah, and so this is why we're hoping that we can bring some awareness to this stuff. So I hope that to this point it's been helpful. All right, Ari, traveling workouts.
Oh,
traveling workouts. You know, I love this question because when I travel, I don't change much of what I'm doing. I just change the time of when I do it. So I still work out. If I'm on a different time zone, then obviously it's going to be different. If the very first thing I look for whenever I travel is, does the hotel have a gym or is there a gym nearby? First two things.
what happens if you don't have either?
If you don't have either, then you're going to try and go for do something outside. I love running when I travel, only because haven't been able to run that much because of my knee, but now that I can actually come back into running, what I used to do is I used to always go for runs, because one thing that you're doing is you're traveling, right? So why don't you go and see the sights a little bit while getting your workout in?
I was gonna say burpees.
Yeah, burpees are good, but you don't see much. You just see the same thing. But
well, that's what if you don't want to see stuff?
Yeah, well, you should want to see stuff because you're traveling. That's hopefully the point.
But some people don't want to.
Okay. Anyways, walking, running, burpees, like those are probably the.
Or like body weight, squats, lunges. There's a lot.
You should really be like So what we do here in our programming is we have a body weight workout program that we offer to people every day. And the reason for that is because I don't know if people can always come into the gym. So I offer it to them so that, let's say they have 20 minutes or 30 minutes at home, I offer them that workout that they could do it at home. Let's say they're traveling, I offer them that workout that they could do anywhere. It's super easy stuff. It's not hard. So I would really recommend you give it a go.
But just try to move, like if you can when you're away, like if you could try to do something for like at least 20 minutes, like you're gonna feel so much better, especially because if you're away, you're probably like doing and having things that you wouldn't in your regular routine. So incorporating that little bit of movement, you're going to feel a lot better.
Yep. And there was a question about workouts and progressions. Do you remember what that was?
Well, it wasn't a question. I think that they just wanted to see more workouts and progression.
Right. Okay. Well, the main thing I want to say about progressions and workouts and things like that is you really have to be very mindful about where you're at in a movement. So in other words, if you have half the range of motion for a squat, you should be slowly progressing your range of motion in that squat, depending on what it is, right? Like let's say you're aiming for a toes to bar. You should know where it is that you can bring your knees up to know how to progress that. So progressions are all based on your own body awareness, and you have to know where you're at to be able to progress anything further. There was a question though about double unders, and I think it was how to prepare.
I didn't see that. So
yes, it was about don't pee yourself in double unders.
That's not preparing.
Well, it was about how to correct that, and I want to touch on that because I will tell you one thing. If we get a lot of women listening to this, one, your nutrition really matters. Two, you have to make sure that your pelvic floor is strong. Okay, because this really makes a big difference. Now, there are substantial amounts of pelvic floor exercises that you can do. I'm super fortunate to know a lot about this because of my my sister, who is she's a women's health physical therapist. It's really hard to put all that together.
Women's health physical therapist.
Yeah.
Thanks for your accent.
So she's amazing at all of the things that she knows about, but she's so big on pelvic floor dysfunction, and this is a serious like topic, like for real. And if you have that, you really need to address it, because it will come up later. Like we're talking like prolapse type of stuff. We're talking about like when you're older and you need to be wearing. Yeah, if you have a prolapse, you look it up later. Anyways, she's too young for this. Don't worry about it. Everyone that's listening, you're like, oh my gosh, you just said that. Okay. Anyways, when you're older,
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're too young. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so you really want to kind of have an idea about that. But not only that, you don't want to be wearing diapers when you're older.
Oh my gosh.
You really don't. If you fix your pelvic floor, you won't need to. It really does matter. Okay, so core strength, guys. Core strength matters. Pelvic floor dysfunction is serious. Like, do something about it, okay? All you need to do is look up Women's Health Physical Therapist. You can look that up wherever you are located. They usually have really good ones everywhere, so you can find one. Or just look up pelvic floor exercises. You'll find a lot to do with that. This is for guys as well. Guys do experience a similar concept, all right? But I just want to make sure I bring some awareness to it, because don't wait until it's too late, please. Like, just like anything. Most of the times we wait and wait and wait. We're getting a little bit of like an idea of something that's going on. We have like warning signs, but we're like, nah, don't worry about it. And then it's like, boom, right there. And it's been there the whole time and you do nothing about it. So please do something about it. It's really important. Okay. And the last question, or I guess comment or whatever, someone was asked me, because I struggled learning in school. I've made that very apparent to everybody, and apparently everyone listened to that. I struggled learning in school. Someone asked, how did I go learning at university if I struggled in,
University's college, Americans.
Yes. So I struggled in high school a lot, a little bit in primary school, but predominantly high school. And when I went to university, I actually had to ask to take my exams in a private room on my own with no distractions. So a lot of my studying, I guess, inability is because I get very easily distracted. I kind of like, my mind goes a lot of different places. So I failed one unit, whatever you guys call it here, twice. And I thought to myself, I don't want to fail it a third time. So I put a lot more effort into studying. Like, what it would take someone to read one page, it would take me probably 3 to 4 times to read that page. So you can understand that learning was like a really, really hard thing for me. Did I quit? No, because I have a degree. Winner.
Whoa. That was customer
So
service.
anyways, so there, what I did is I honestly just studied harder. I was very grateful for my sister to kind of step in and help me out a lot and read a lot of things with me and help me understand things.
I have a question.
But yes.
Did you find in university, because you like knew you wanted to study something, that it was easier for you to apply yourself in it? Or was it still a struggle?
No, it was still a struggle, because I still struggle with learning things now, but I'm aware that there is areas that, I'm just not good at. We all have an area of ourselves that we are not good at, and there's no point in dwelling on it. You just have to like do the best that you can with it. Not kind of
Figure out what
not be just, I used to beat myself up hard about this kind of stuff. And now I'm just like, what's the point, right? So I just kind of do what I can. And I try to solutionize whatever's going on. If I'm trying to learn something, I'll learn it in a couple of different ways. And that's the beauty that we have now, right? You have mentors out there to teach you. You have YouTube out there to teach you. You have books out there to teach you. You have so many ways of learning something now. We didn't have that. I don't even know if YouTube was around, really. I mean, it might have been, but it wasn't like it is now. Like, there was basically like very few creators. But when I was learning, a lot of it was textbooks, just textbooks upon textbooks and articles. It was really like that. DVDs, but
Really?
yeah, we had to do a lot of like. If I had to learn something, I'm like, how can I find the DVD on this? But yeah. That was a huge component. And then obviously you had to be able to afford a DVD player. That was expensive back then.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever have VHS?
I sure did. I had a split. I was like fancy as F. I had half my player was a DVD, half was a VHS. If you were one of those people, damn, we were balling. Like, we were good. We were doing good.
I had a VHS.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wish, yeah.
Did you ever, you know what I did? I was like so naughty. I used to put on I used to put on a, I don't know if you guys ever knew how to do this, but you would hire a movie from the...
Okay, hold on. I have to do the translation. Hire a movie means she would rent a movie.
Okay.
Like go to Blockbuster or something.
Yeah.
No one says hire. You don't.
Okay, so I'd rent a movie and I would put it in one player, and then on the other player I would tap record and it would record the movie so I could steal it and then keep it for later.
You shouldn't put this out on the internet.
But who cares? Everybody knows. Everybody did it. If you didn't do that, you're missing out because I got to see that movie at least 10 times.
Did you ever do LimeWire?
Yeah. So you see, she's naughty. You know?
I didn't say I did it.
You didn't. If you know about it, you did it. Ari is not the innocence that she claims to be. And that's how we're going to leave this episode. You're a fake.
I just got to learn.
All right, guys. I really hope that this has been helpful. If there's anything else that we can help you with and serve you better, please let us know. On that note,
make good choices
and move with integrity.